Hey, welcome to my storyboarding live stream. Anyhow, let's start this up. So, where I left off last week, no, not last week, on Monday, I did some, I was just trying to give a little more energy, but I'm just gonna do how I do. It's funny because I'm in front of all these directors and I don't get nervous in front of them, but here on this live stream, I'm like nervous because like I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't even know who I'm seeing. But it's okay. Let's just roll with it. So this is what I did last on Monday. We broke down the script of the thing. And we broke it out into beats. There were certain things in the script that weren't matching to, or it wasn't connecting, like where'd the flashlight come from and all this. But today, just to streamline it, just so it doesn't go so long, I wrote out a shot list. I literally wrote it out, everything here, and typed it up. And then I started to like get into like what the shot is, what's happening. And then, I started finding new ideas as I kept going. I did record it. And I will post that on YouTube later this week. It's just, I just wanted to be prepared today. So anyways, let's just get into thumbnailing. So basically what's happening first is there's a wide shot of Clark and the dog. Here, let me see if I could figure this out. I'm gonna make another display capture so you can see the script or see the what I wrote today. Give me a sec. Image, no. Media source, window capture. Create a new window. I'm gonna call this Google Docs. Boom. All right. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Now you can see my little shot list right here. Let me just make this a little bit bump. Little bit smaller like that so you can see what I'm seeing. That's a little all over the, it's not the prettiest thing, but you know what, it's okay. I'll go like that. So anyways, so let's get on this. So I got a wide 2-shot. I again like to I don't like to do my frames like super nice. I like to actually manually do the frames for thumbnails just because it's just easier to move around. I could erase it, I could make it longer, I could make it, like I could do something like this. I could erase it and showing that the camera's moving this way. But we'll get it more into that a little later. I'll just show you my process. So, number 1, wide 2-shot of Clark and dog walking down the tunnel. Now, I'm making this symmetrical right now because, I'm just trying to see what this is supposed to look like. I'm not thinking of composition or anything. I'm just laying it down. So it's, but maybe later I will start thinking about that composition and stuff. So we have, and the dog, they are walking that way. And then I have a close leading shot on Clark. So I will go here. This is coverage. This is so like when they're shooting, I'm going to make it kind of a lower angle. we're leading with Clark. Let's see. We'll give Clark a jacket, I guess. Just so we could differentiate him. Maybe he has on a... No, wait. He's going to change. I'm just going to give him, like, parted hair in the center. Like that. There he is. Hello, Maria. Welcome. If you guys have any questions, I have my chat up. I can see it. I'm getting a little bit better with my setup. Threw on some music. I hope you guys can hear the music. I can't because I can't concentrate with music. I usually just listen to nothing. Because I usually talk when I'm storyboarding. I kind of talk out loud. Just because later I know I'm going to have to pitch these boards. I know I'm going to have to pitch it to a director. So I'm always like trying to figure out how to articulate it. And that's also what's great about having a shot list, is that you've already written out your script that you're going to pitch. That's why, you know, I like pitching, because you could bring the emotion into it. You could bring your acting into it. You could bring your energy to it. I feel like storyboards, it's a performance. Anyways, okay, so the next one I have is close leading on the dog. Close leading shot on the dog. So why don't we have, here's, what is it? I like to write little letters right here so I remember who's who. So here's Clark. Here's like the hips of Clark. And he's like walking or something. And then we'll have the dog. Let's see this dog. So also what I have up are my my little references here, because references are good. References are so helpful. I also have all of these references that I pulled earlier, so I don't have to search for them and waste your guys' time. So I have like my Huskies. I got some famous artist course. This is the comic version. This is a pretty cool looking dog. More famous artist. Look at this goofy dude. More famous. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to get into the creature later. So I looked at this. This is some Zygote from that film in 2017. I got some ugly looking dogs. That's so sad. Just getting some inspiration for myself. I always like to do this. Usually I like to do it on the fly. But maybe doing this live stream, it'll help me organize my workflow. But you know, I'll keep looking for more reference as I go. So, okay. Excuse me. It's me coughing. I'm trying not to cough too much into the mic. So let's see. We'll have that dog right here. Again, I'm like, even right now, I'm getting too caught up with the drawing. Like, I'm trying to make it look pretty because I want to impress you folk. But you know what? You shouldn't. When you're thinking right now, it's not the time to impress. This is the time to just tell the story. The time to impress is when you kind of start going into your roughs, and that's what I want to show on Friday. He's not going to have that. Okay, so we're leading with this. And then, what's our next shot? By the way, I I got, what is it? I ended up with 80 shots. That's kind of a lot for an hour, but I'll do my best. All right, so next is a following shot of Clark and dog unlatching the kennel gate and entering. So what I have from there is, so like a following shot is we are behind him. And see how the arrow is going this way? Now I'm going to have the arrow going this way. And we'll do it more of like a, not a wide, I'll do it wider. Yeah. So let's say we're right here. This is our kennel, or I mean our hallway, the reverse. I'm going to erase this arrow because it's kind of distracting me. You have our Clark right here, and then you have your dog right there. And we'll have the kennel right here. This is the door to the kennel. Maybe if you go further down. So here's the kennel. Maybe right here is. So yeah, he will enter the kennel this way. So anyways, I'll do that shot, and then I'll do. Okay, let me just add this. I'll do it in red. I like doing it in red because it pops. And sometimes what I do now is I'll write, or I'll just copy and paste. Well, later, excuse me. Let me just write it in. Insert of unlatch. Follow shot of Clark. So follow behind. He enters the door. So I'm showing him go this way, and then I have him. So follow behind. He enters the door to kennel. So like, what I'm trying to say right here is I want to see him go into the door. If I were to make an animatic, I'll remember that. But for now, I just want to have this as that frame. So then the next part is insert of unlatching of the door. So why don't I just have him do, like, here's his hand. He's unlatching the door. I do not know what a latch looks like, but that is later. Like, I mean, if I wanted to, I could look it up, but I don't want to. Insert unlatch door. Okay, cool. Next shot is interior kennel wide. Play with the angle. Okay, so I wrote play with the angle. Could be over the other dogs. Could be from a corner of the kennel. Could be more like a surveillance shot. The easy answer would be over the other dogs, or maybe a frontal wide of all the dogs, or maybe a POV from Clark, or a POV from dog. So what I'm doing here is I'm starting to write this out, and just I like to write my train of thought, because I don't know what I want. I'll know what I want when I'm starting to thumbnail. So, but it gives me a jump off point. Like, so, okay, he opens the latch like this. Let's just play with it. It could be over the other dog. So like what I was saying is, let's go like this. Let's say there's a dog right here, a dog right there. They're all kind of like, here's the ground. They look like they're flat, but here, I'll make them little cylinders for you. So let's say here's Clark. Let's see, he should open it outward or inward. I don't know. We'll have it outward for now. It's funny, these things become important. Like, does the door open out? Does it open in? Does it open from the left? Does it open from the right? I'm gonna make the stranger dog more of a darker husky. So here he is, he opens the door. Let's throw that in there. And then again, I'm not thinking composition, I'm just thinking, well, what do I want to see in the frame? Composition is not a very descriptive word. I'm just trying to put things in the frame so I could see how it looks. And look, I put it dead center. That's like, so many people say that you're not supposed to put it on the center. You're supposed to put it on one of the thirds, you know, in composition. Like, put it on one of the thirds. But you know what? At this point, I mean, yes, that's more interesting. Maybe I'll do it later. But I just am trying to tell the story. Just tell the story right now. The funny thing is that this shot looks more interesting. Anyways. Because then I could see, oh, boom. Yeah, that looks more interesting already. Anyways. Just throw in any questions in the chat if you guys have any questions. Because I'm just going to keep flying. Let's see, the next thing. So, yeah, that is interesting, but I might try. Let's do a frontal wide POV. Because we have this as our cut. So from here, he opens the latch, he opens the door, or we go from here, opens the latch. And then you see these. You know, I'm going to try my little trick that I said I won't use. So let's say if he's right here, let's say we have like a dog right there, have another dog right there, I'm gonna have a dog like this. Maybe I'll have another dog kind of like this, looking over. See, I'm already spending too much time right now. Like, what I have in my mind, you know, I'm saying forget the grid. I'm going to be looking down. See, I'm doing like this 3-point perspective thing. Like that. And then we'll have a dog right here. Have another dog right here, but they're all going to be kind of like looking at us. Like, I feel like when you're doing drawings and stuff, like, people have all these rules. You just got to kind of throw them out the window and just go. And then, because then you learn from them. I mean, I learn new stuff all the time. Okay, so there's that. Because, you know, what's funny is that most of the directors that I've worked with, when I draw in front of them, they're just so impressed that their vision is coming to life in front of their eyes. This is his shadow. Maybe the dog shadows like right here too. It's just an idea. All right, how long's it been? It's been 20 minutes? Okay. 20 minutes and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames. I'm gonna try another one, more surveillance-y. Dog. Dog. There's another dog. Oh, Audrey, what's up? Let's take a look at your text. Fun question. What are your thoughts of using Procreate on iPad versus Photoshop / Wacom combo? Have you ever tried iPad Procreate to do your work? Great job so far, dude. Thank you, Audrey. I love the positive vibes. I love Procreate and iPad. It's just I haven't found a good workflow. Now I have a friend named Bridget Shaw. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know I can't recall your last name. But Bridget's a friend of mine who uses Procreate on all of her projects. I gotta ask her about her workflow. Like how do you use Dropbox? How do you get all your files? And then I just don't know the workflow, but my workflow here, actually, I use Storyboard Pro a lot these days for live action, just because it's quick and you could see it move. It's pretty fun, and I love how you could output all of your boards into a PDF, and then you can just give it to the director, or you could just export them all as PSDs, and then you could make them look nice in Photoshop. I mean, Photoshop, hands down, has all the tools you need. It has like the multiply layer. It has those overlays. You can make it look great. Where I feel Storyboard Pro is really like bare bones. Just it's just like a thick old Sharpie marker that you're trying to just draw with. It feels primitive, but it all comes down to, how your penmanship. But there's people that just don't like the way it feels. I did not like the way that Storyboard Pro felt at the beginning. I started to just enjoy I just liked Photoshop, but then after you just use it more and more and more and more, you get used to it. But I would love to use a Procreate for one of my project for a project. I just haven't figured it out, because like I do screen sharing a lot with the directors that I work with. But great question. What's up, Paul? Thanks for joining. And thank you, Audrey, for that question. Let me keep going. So here, this is our POV of him entering. All the dogs are like, what? They turn around. This is over the dogs as they enter. He's like, what is this? What are they doing? Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I think that's enough exploring. Let's move on. So true with Photoshop versus Storyboard Pro. It also depends on the user for sure. You're welcome, Audrey. By the way, you got to check out Audrey's art. She does these awesome illustrations, and she sells stickers, and it's just they're beautiful. Her and her husband John. She is my cousin-in-law, I guess you'd say. Great stuff. All right, let me keep going. Let's do a PO. Okay, so interior kennel, or maybe a POV from Clark, or POV from the dog. That's what I wrote. I thought that's pretty cool. Let's do the POV of the stranger dog. What does he see? Some sleeping dogs, other dogs pacing, some dogs coming up to the camera, some circling. So, okay, yeah, let's try that. So, maybe it's more at eye level with all the other dogs. Right now, I'm just splitting it up. Like, oh, maybe a dog's right here. Maybe a dog's right here. But, POV of dog. It's kind of funny. It's like this first one works the best. Well, I mean, this one works pretty good too. I mean, POV of dog is something interesting to explore, but let's just keep going. Or should we try POV of Clark? I write in number 8. We're about 6 feet off the ground. We see the dog sleeping, some coming to Clark. Do we tilt down to see the other dog sniffing the stranger dog? Okay. So I had the idea of something like this POV, but then the dogs would tilt down like this, and you'd see this is the stranger dog right here. Like you have the stranger dog right here, and you have another dog coming up to sniff this dog. So there was this one time that I was working on the film Us, and I remember I didn't have like my Cintiq, I didn't have iPad, anything, and I had to draw just paper pencil, at Santa Cruz, and I was drawing for Jordan Peele, and it was a crazy schedule. Like in the morning, I would have to. In the morning, I'd have to print out all of the storyboards that I did yesterday for today's shoot as the shot list of what they're going to be shooting that day. And then at lunchtime, or then once I set that up, then I have to get things set for tomorrow's shoot. And at lunchtime, I have to reprint all that stuff. I have to print out tomorrow's stuff, and then draw that up, and then I have to what is it called? After I print that out, show it into, I'll talk about it a little later. I want to keep drawing, but it was just crazy. But the story is basically, when I was drawing, I just basically went like this. I crossed things out, and Jordan didn't like that because he wanted to keep the drawings. He wanted to just make it, I don't know, I guess it was something he wanted to save. But, for me, these drawings are just like toilet paper. You just do more and more and more and more and more. Oh, let's see, Maria. What size canvas do you usually end up with, or do you work on multiple layers? What size canvas do you... I mean, I usually... for thumbnailing, my canvases, they get kind of crazy. Like, I mean, I just keep like extending my canvas if I need more like paper. So it's kind of like a butcher paper. But like after I do all my thumbnails, I'll copy and paste them into Storyboard Pro, and then I'd see how it works out. Or like before Storyboard Pro, I'd have like a template of my frames like that on a page, and I'd copy and paste them into that on each 8.5 by 11 piece of paper or document. And then I'd write all my little things here. I'd put my numbers here, which I really like this format, but Storyboard Pro doesn't do it. So I found a new idea. What I do is I make canvases that look like this, and I have a frame on a layer, and then I have my number box right there, and then I write all my stuff there, and then in Adobe Bridge I'll take this and make it into a spreadsheet, or not a spreadsheet, a contact sheet. And then you could do like 3 to a page like that, and it won't show these things, but I'm just trying to explain that. And then 3 to a page, and then it looks like that. So this is like PSD1, PSD2, PSD3. And then like if the directors is like 1, 2, 3, oh, let's move 3 over there, I could just, rename this as PSD like 0, and then it'll move over there in the files. But now what I do is I use this same idea, but I do it in Storyboard Pro. So like in Storyboard Pro, you have this like big old infinite canvas like this, and they have like one little frame right there. And then, so what I do is that one little, I used to be like, oh man, like, this is not how I like to work, like, it doesn't feel right. There's just so much space, like, so what I do now, like, because then, yeah, I'd like compose something like in here. Look at me using that word, compose. And then you have like something over here, and then it's just too big of an area for me. So what I do now in Storyboard Pro is I'll just make my own little box, my own little frame within this frame. And then I'd go 1, and then I'd write stuff there. And then I could export that as a PSD, and then I could lay it out into Bridge, or I can lay it out in Storyboard Pro. I think I should do a demo on Storyboard Pro one of these days. Again, this is just my second time, just testing it out, seeing how it goes. But maybe there'll be interest. If not, we won't. But anyways, excuse me. Okay. Here we go. So it's kind of like this, and then we would tilt down to the dog. So here we're entering, and then one of these dogs will come up this way to this dog right there, start sniffing around. We'll make this husky kind of darker. Okay. Now I'm on number 9. Now we cut over the dogs in a frontal 2-shot. We see Clark petting the dogs, then opens the kennel door. Oh, because he's going to exit. Okay. What's the coverage? How do we show Clark exit? I'm leaving the stranger dog. Alright, so let's go like this. Interesting. So I guess we're going to cut back to this shot right here. So we're from here, right here, tilt down. This dog's right here. But now, it'll be like the stranger dog. It's right here. Let me redraw it. So we have the stranger dog right there. We have these other dogs over here. So open this up a bit. He goes and pets the dog. Look at that. This is our stranger dog. It's 10:06. All right, so instead of drawing that, I'll just write this. This is our master. So basically, a master shot is you just show the whole action in that shot. So basically, here's still this master. Where do we go behind Clark there? Yeah, we cut outside the kennel as Clark exits, leaving the stranger dog all alone. Cut on action. Okay, camera's outside the kennel as Clark exits. He crosses the frame, revealing the stranger dog is all by itself. The dogs are curious that the stranger dog is pacing. Okay. So let's see. Here it comes. No, I'm gonna erase this. This is just confusing me. Now we outside kennel. So now we're on this door. This is Clark. That's the door he's going to. From here, let's copy paste. He's going to open the kennel door. And he's going to walk back this way. Oh, and then also, Maria, you asked if I work on multiple layers. I mean, when I'm doing, like, not for thumbnails. For thumbnails, I just draw. I don't think about layers because I'm trying to just I'm only trying to think about the story, visual story. I don't even think about anatomy right now. I'm just thinking of just stick figures and moving them around. How do I get them? I mean, to be honest, there's some directors that just like it this rough. there are some directors. So here he closes the door. He locks it. Cut outside the kennel. Mark exits. And locks. Then after he locks, we'll see that dog all alone like this. Favorite director I've worked for? Man, there's a lot of directors I like working for. Jordan Peele is great, you know. There's another director, Rachel Goldberg. I'm just kind of, I worked for George Clooney once. He was really cool. I worked with his DP though. What are the directors? David Robert Mitchell. He's great. Sorry, I'd have to look at my resume and kind of like remember. So, gotta look at this beautiful drawing. All right, so let's have them kind of like sniffing around this way. Like 15 more minutes. Let's see. Cut on action, cameras outside. Okay, so now here's a big thing that I had was showing how the time passes. So let's say, I don't know if this works. Okay, so this is the idea. He comes here, he exits, he closes the door, and then you see all these, you see the dogs in there. Do we cut back inside? Or do we like do a slow zoom? We do a slow zoom? Or do we do a slow zoom all the way this, starting from here? And if we do a slow zoom, what do we land on? So here's where I'm at right now. I'm looking up the husky sitting back to camera. There we go. Oops. There we go. I like that. Let's use that. I mean, I'd say this is pretty close to that. Anyways, what do I want to land in? I kind of want to land in something like this. I have these other huskies. I'd be sniffing them. Like, who is this Who is this stranger? Drop shadows really help sell in ground, like where the ground is. That's another dog. I don't know. So I got to figure out how time passes because there's a time cut that happens. Because in the script, where is that script? Yeah. I went too far. The new dog watches them calmly, silently. He takes several steps towards the group, about 5 dogs. What has to be before this? Okay, so here we started right here. Clark leads the dog tunnel. 20, okay. And then, yes. Clark pats the dog and several others, then leaves, latching the door behind him. That's where I'm at. So there's this whole sleeping cubicle. I guess that's how they showed the time cut. So what I would do here is I would just put a slug in, which is, all right, interior. I'm just basically copying the script. Interior, sleeping cubicle, child lies in cot. And then the next one past after that, it's interior pub. Who's there? McReady. I'll call him Mac. Let me say McReady. McReady is looking at videotapes. And then we have another one right here. I'm just going to write these numbers. This is scene 66, 65. This is scene 64. And then I'll go to interior pub, interior lab, interior lab. Yeah, all right, so 67 interior lab. And there's just talking. And they have scene 68, which is exterior shot, exterior compound. I think the compound's supposed to look something like this or something. I don't know. Arctic snow, whatever. Exterior compound, 69. Interior rec room, vacant. The wall clock reads 4:30. There it is. So 69. So the other day I just skipped all this stuff because I'm like, let's just get to the meat of the scene. But I should have looked at it. Anyways, interior rec room, clock reads 4:30. 4:30 a.m. Okay, and then 70. Interior hall. Interior hallway. Cubicles on either side, so I guess I'm guessing what they mean by cubicles is it's just a hallway of doors. Kind of like I guess a berth or something. Like I'm thinking it's kind of like inside of a ship. And then you hear sounds of snoring. And then we go back to 71. Mac in pub. As he puffs away, he still keeps an eye on the Norwegian videotapes. Mac in pub. Looking at screens. Then blah 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 blah. Okay. And then we go back to 7. And then we go to 72. So now 72 picks up interior kennel night. Most of the dogs are sleeping or lounging. The new dog watches them calmly, silently. All right. Let's see. Most of the dogs are sleeping. So what did I write? How do we show time pass? Maybe all the dogs are asleep. How do we distinguish the stranger dog among the other dogs? The stranger dog sits upright. Wide, low angle of the pack. Some pop their heads up. They get that feeling that something is watching. Maybe an over the shoulder of the stranger dog. Let's just keep it simple. Just for the sake of this video, let's say husky laying down. Just like this angle. So here's our main husky right here. Okay, so I know that later the stranger husky is going to be pushed up against the wall by 3 other huskies. So let's lay this out a little bit. Maybe should we go back to this kind of a shot? Or is it better doing time passing with a new angle? I am not sure at the moment, but why don't we have it where it's like, sometimes if I don't know, I'll just move on, but sometimes there are days that I just get stuck and I just gotta keep thinking. Or drawing. Well, here, I do know this, that there's Dog sleeping. Oh, I have an idea. What if we're like this? See, what's great about reference is that it gives you ideas. Yeah, it just gives you ideas. So like what I'm thinking right now is that the camera is going to track this way to see all of them sleeping and lounging. Until we land on our hero dog, or our evil dog. So I'm thinking of a couple things right now. I'm thinking of what does this look like from the top view? So if this is the door, and we have these dogs right here, right here, right here, right here. They're all kind of lounging around. Where is our hero dog? I'm guessing they probably moved around a little bit, so maybe the hero dog. Or should I just keep, I'll just... Debates. I'm flipping it, and I'm going to track. I'm going to track this way. So maybe it'll go like something like this. So we're tracking, and we reach this and we go up like that. So let me write my idea down. So I just merged the layers. Okay. So this is start on sleeping dogs. Camera tracks along them, then evil dog pops head up. Hey, what's up, Alfredo? That mini map you were drawing to sort out the blocking, even though it's technically not a shot, do you ever provide it in some form as is expected, requested of you, in addition to thumbnail and storyboard? Yes. Yes. Those little maps help a lot. And it helps just because you could give it to the production designer, you could give it to, I mean, everybody interprets, everyone has a different language. Like, some people like to write it, some people like to read, some people like to see diagrams, some people like to see storyboards. So yeah, totally, having that diagram there. I don't know why I erased it. I think I was just kind of going through my process. But good question. Oh, and if I were to add it, like, again, like that little template that I have like this, that I do, I would usually put that little diagram like maybe right here or something, and have this description right here, or I'd have the diagram right here and have the writing over there. It's shot 165. Great question. I know that, like, cinematographers and DPs and stuff, they use those, like, diagrams, it's like a football diagram. I was gonna have him sitting, but I think it's a little more interesting if the dog popping its head up like that. Now, my instincts were to say go from right to left, because, you know, it's a little more jarring for people, because, like, we usually read from left to right, so it's a little bit easier. It's more unbalanced if you're going right to left. And then now this. Actually, no, scratch that. That's much better. Scratch that. So basically, I'm going from left to right because it's normal, and then the dog right here, our evil dog right here, is looking right to left, brings its head up, and then I don't know, subconsciously it's just like off-putting when someone is looking from right to left because of the reading direction. Anyways, man, I'm just explaining too much. I need to just keep going. Throw that drop shadow. I have no idea where they are right now, but if I were to guess, here's the door, here's the dog,
yeah, this is a place where we take the dearly departed people who have done well, people who have lived good lives, and we put them into earth that has been touched by the wild mother, and in turn she grants them with beauty and
so what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah, another way, what I usually sometimes do is just draw all overheads and figure out where the cameras are, and then I'll start drawing. But I don't know, it just depends on how you feel.
Are you a bad guy?
Alright, so then
You know, honestly,
dog pops its head up like this.
Have an opinion on that. I'm a good gardener. What do you grow other than dead tea? I grow lilies. I grow mushrooms, moss.
Wide, low angle of the pack. Some pups pop it up. Ah, okay. So maybe from here. So I'm coming back to my shot list, and let's see, time cut right here. What I'm gonna do is I take this, I'm gonna strike it. How do I strike it? Format options. Strike.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna update it so I don't get lost. Now I'm lost. Number 11. So what it's going to be then is
It's been a while. I wasn't. I've been on my
start
phone for a while. It makes you get
the dogs sleeping. Camera tracks along them and lands.
Have you ever been in nature? Yes. Violence is extremely
Lands on a stranger dog. The stranger dog's head comes up.
Somewhere there's a plant that needs some compost.
Then I want a shot
Make people happy.
Then I want a close up on strange dog's face. So let's go back to my husky reference. I don't remember what it looks like. I'm going to use this right here. I wonder if the dog's like in pain. I don't know. So here, dog pops its head up. Comes right here. Okay, so yeah, I'll do this. And again, it's okay to be wrong at this stage. I mean, there's no right or wrong when you're thumbnailing this stuff. You kind of just have to put it down, and then you're going to move them around, and you're going to discover other things. This is the raw material that you're going to use to build your house. You gotta make wrong choices. It's okay. I gotta say that to myself all the time. It's okay. It's okay. You know, most of the time I'm always thinking like, oh my God, what's the director going to think? Oh my God, look at the time. Oh my God, I got to get all this stuff done. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's always, oh my God. I wonder how it is for other storyboard artists. Are there some storyboard artists that are just like, I'm chilling, I'm just, you know, sailing, smooth sail. I wish it was like that, but for me it's not. It's always like, it's anxiety. Are there any storyboard artists out there? Hit up, let me write, any board artists out there? Question mark. So I'm going over this right here, and then I'm going to show other dogs. Pop their head up. I guess there are not any other board artists out there. It's all good. All right, it's 10:41. I actually have to wake up tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. to jump on a call. I got a commercial job. Thank God. It sucks being out of work. But I had fun tonight, and I hope you guys learned something. Hit me up on chat if you want to learn some more stuff. I had a great time. I think I should come back to this. Probably Friday night again. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know how I could fix this, how I could make it better, more interesting. This live stream, if there's anything else that you want to know, like, you know, I actually was thinking of bringing a director on that I worked with. His name's Keith Rivers. The dude was like one of the first directors I worked for, and he said that. I was like, hey, I just hit him up recently. I'm like, hey, yo, you know, let's I'm doing this live stream, and it's pretty cool. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but can I have you on? I want to see if you want to get on. And he's like, yeah, for sure. What'd you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we could, you know, take a script and we could just board it out, you know, into your vision. And he's like, you know, I actually, for a college exercise, I did a shot list for Lord of the Rings, but his version. So maybe that's something to do. But I got to hit him up again and figure out how that works. But thank you all, and talk to you maybe Friday. All right, you guys, take it easy. Now let's figure out how to turn this live stream off.